223,000 hours, and it's cause I'm off of CC, and I'm off the Hennessy. And like your boy from Compton said, you know this dick ain't free. I got girls that I should've made pay for it. Got girls that I should've made wait for it. I got girls that I cancel a flight back home. Stay another day for it. You got attitude on nana, on agua, stomach on flat, on what's that?
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep.
Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb? Bet this right fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge.
Pour me another drink, 'cause I don't wanna feel a thing no more, hell no. I just wanna sip it till the pain wears off. Don't wanna think about her, or wear a ring without her. Don't wanna hit the karaoke bar, can't sing without her. So make them drinks strong, 'cause brother, she's gone. And if I'm ever gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth. She's probably making out on the couch right now with someone new. Yeah, I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak blues.
it's happened once again. I'll turn to a friend, someone that understands, sees through the master plan. But everybody's gone, and I've been here for too long to face this on my own. Well, I guess this is growing up.
Pictures and past the time, you only smile like that when you drink.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
I wish I didn't, but I do.
Well, I guess this is growing up.
Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out the antidote. Yeah. Popping pills is all we know. Inhales is all we know.
Cause karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a thought. Karma is the breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma's a relaxing thought. Aren't you envious that for you it's not? Sweet like honey. Karma is a cat. Purring in my lap cause it loves me. Flexing like a goddamn acrobat. Me and karma vibe like that.
Don't go through the front door.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
It's low key at the night show.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
So don't you open up that window.
Cause karma is my boyfriend.
Don't you let out the antidote.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the rap patrol on the cat patrol. Foes that want to make sure my cash is closed. Rap critics that save money, cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid, what type of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zap for toes, you celebrate the minute you was having dope. I'm like, fuck critics, you can kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like the lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef with radio if I don't play their show. They don't play my hits, well, I don't give a shit. So, rap mags try to use my black ass, so advertise to give them more cash for ads, fuckers. I don't know what you take me as, don't understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. I'm from rap, the richest niggas, I ain't dumb. I got 99 dollars, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven?
If heaven is anywhere, it's in a blue Tacoma, California. White magnolia in your hair, praise the gold shining on you. Ooh, if heaven is anywhere, it's never running out of golden road. Always having your hand to hold in a blue Tacoma, California.
Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat so? I can't let you go. Want you in my life.
I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Cause I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
Could you whisper in my ear the things you wanna feel? I'll give you anything to feel it coming. Do you wake up alone? I wonder where you are. I live with all your thoughts. I wanna wake up where you are. I won't say anything at all. So why don't you
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28 telling me I'm still a baby. I can live in Detroit like a skiller, baby.
Can I take that? no matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, you don't have to worry, you don't have to worry, you don't have to worry.
Ooh, this shit be hitting different.
I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not a threesomes with a fucking triceratops. Reptar, rapping as I'm mocking death rock stars.
Pains me to see. So many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader.
I'm up $953, $879, $1,300!
When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, it's a whole bunch of baloney.
Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far.
You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me.
$37,000. We're currently up 23,000, 24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby.
You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's gonna click.
$30,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to the stock market. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone feeling today? I hope everyone's pumped. I hope everyone's excited. I hope everyone's ready to rock and roll. We are live, we are back, and we are getting ourselves ready to kick off this day. Traders, everyone who is joining us at this time, we are actually kicking off something a little new. I'm starting off here, a team called TradeCaster TV. Every single morning, we're going to be live across social media just for pre-market to get everyone prepared for the day. If you guys want to watch the live trading, you got to be over on TradeCaster.com. But every single freaking day, we're going to be live over on TikTok, on TradeCaster, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on MySpace, on AOL Live. We are going to be doing it all, traders, every morning. So if you guys are excited about that, hit that follow button, subscribe, and make sure you guys are all set, ready to go, because we want to make sure every single person is prepared on this day, making sure everyone is dialed in, because that's what it's all about when it comes to stock trading. When it comes to stock trading, it's all about being prepared. And if you're not prepared, that's where you're going to be trading with fear. With fear is from the lack of preparation. So let's get everyone on the same page here. Let's break this thing on down and make sure traders are all ready to rock. All right. So, we are back from Utah. It was an amazing time. For anyone who does not know, we just were out last week as we were trading with traders in person live in the Utah Ski Mastermind. And that was an amazing time. So much fun. If anyone was not here, I posted a ton of pictures and videos over on my Twitter. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that on out if you guys haven't yet. But it was amazing, you know, meeting so many traders. It was amazing to be with all you guys out there, and I had an absolute blast. So just like a quick little picture right here. You know, this is quick little squad group out there over in Utah. We traded all morning together, then hit the slopes right behind us. Absolutely great time. But guys, there are no more ski trading masterminds left. We do have a mastermind coming on up, I believe in like June, but I'll give you guys more updates on that in the near future. That's going to be a blast. That's going to be awesome. And you don't got to be a skier to come out to that. That's going to be something completely different. So make sure in June you guys are all set, ready to go. Now, let's let's talk about today. Let's talk about what we're seeing. Let's talk about what's going on in the market. Because when I take a look over on the S&P 500 traders, I start getting a little nervous here. Could this be the start of a reversal? Could this be the start of the top where we start dropping back on down? Now, let's just take a little trip through memory lane here, team. I know when we take a look over on the S&P 500, I've been in the stock market for the last 10 years straight. And I can say, back in October of 2023 or 2022, when we were all the way down towards 350, I say to myself at this point, man, why didn't I buy in on the S&P 500 at the price of 350? When we were this low, why didn't I jump in? Have you ever said that to yourself? Maybe you said that when we were back on down towards around 410 back this October. Could you have said to yourself, man, why the heck did I not jump in? Well, traders, I know that there's going to be a lot of investors when we do get a pullback. And guess what? We will have a pullback at some point. I'm not a fortune teller. I cannot say the exact area when a pullback's going to happen. But what I can tell you is that when the S&P 500 does have a pullback, I guarantee there is going to be people that say, man, how stupid was I? Why didn't I get a put contract at 510? Why didn't I get a put contract at 515? We're all the way back on down to 480. So there's always the woulda, coulda, shoulda. But let's try to take advantage of it. If we know we're at record highs, there's a great chance that we could be pulling back in the near future. If we're at new lows, there's a great chance that we should be getting a dip by and bouncing back on up. But it seems like everyone's always a day behind, a week behind, a month behind, a quarter behind, where they say to themselves, man, why did I jump in when it's going up and then it goes down? And then when it's going down, I jump in on puts and it starts going on up. We don't always just have to go with momentum. We could also look for reversals as well. And the S&P 500 did have a pretty big red day over on Friday. Now, let's talk about that Friday. Let's talk about this red day. We saw the S&P 500 hit a brand new 52-week high on Friday. We were all the way up to the price of $518.20. And by the end of the day, we were all the way down towards $511. Yes, guys, we fell $7 on the S&P 500. Now, that is a very strong move. $7 drop on the S&P 500. Woo! On average, the S&P 500 maybe moves about $1.50, but to see a $7 drop from top to bottom and now to see it even lower down towards around 510, that is showing that we have a lot of negative momentum at this time. Now, what else did we see? We also saw that Nvidia got crushed. Now, Nvidia was the #1 leader on what brought down the market. Nvidia had its biggest red day I think we have ever seen on Nvidia. Now, how big was this drop? We went from the price of $974 and we fell in after hours all the way down to $850. Yes, traders, on Friday, in the single day, we have fallen $125 on the day. How crazy is that? $125 drop. From the time period of 10:30 to the time period of 11:30, we dropped nearly $100 straight down. In that time period, for that 1 hour in the morning. That is pretty nuts to be thinking about. That is pretty wild to be thinking about how big Nvidia dropped. So, going into today, I want you guys to think right now, what is your thought process? Are we going to see a dip buy and a bounce play? Or are we going to see negative momentum continue to push all the way on down lower and lower and lower? So when I'm taking a look over on Nvidia, from my experience, this is what I see. I see that momentum is obviously very strong. If that's momentum on the upside or if that's momentum on the downside. And with Nvidia having this $125 drop, I do think momentum is going to carry over into today. And I do think we are going to see a drop at the start of the day. Now, with a drop at the start of the day does not mean we're going to crash another $100. I think we are going to fall slightly, we're going to fall down right above the 13 EMA. If we take a look here, we can see the 13 EMA. Now let's just delete the 50-day moving average. Let's delete the 200-day moving average and just have our 13 EMA line here. Now, if you're wondering, Dek, why you use the 13 EMA, it's the most popular EMA out there. 13 and 9 are the most popular EMAs out there. So I'm just going to delete the 50-day for a second. I'm going to delete the 200-day moving average out there. And let's take a look at the 13 EMA together. Does anyone notice anything funny about the 13 EMA? Well, it seems like every time we come down to 13 EMA, we bounce off of it. You can see bounce, 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 bounce. You're underneath it, little resistance, bounce, bounce. And you can see across the board here, traders, we are consistently bouncing and staying next to this 13 EMA. You guys can also see we came on down, bounced off of it. I think we're going to come on down probably somewhere into the 930s, 940s today, or excuse me, 830s, 840s today. I think we're going to get a bounce play somewhere right around this orange line here. I think that we are going to come on down, get a little bit of a dip buy and bounce play, and then I think buyers are going to move in. Let's be honest here. It seems like every time we've ever had a dip buy, buyers have been so resilient and have just bought it right on up. Am I right? It seems like every pullback we've ever had, buyers come flying on in. It seems like every single time the market drops, buyers come on in on dip buy opportunities. It doesn't seem like people are, shorting the market that are winning. It seems like people are taking profits. So I think Nvidia, even though we had a huge sell-off, I think it's just because people are taking profits as we come up near $1,000. Now, I do think we're going to have some weak hands today. I think there's going to be some scared traders at the start of the day that didn't sell on Friday that are definitely going to drive this down a little bit lower. But I do think we will get a very nice dip buy right around that 840 mark. So 840 region is what I'm looking for a call contract today to be able to get a bounce and start moving ourselves back up even higher. Looking for momentum to carry over at the very beginning and then slowly fade out probably at around like 10 o'clock or so. So NVDA, that's what I'm watching. Same exact idea over on the S&P 500. When I take a look over on the S&P 500 here, traders, we can see that we're inside a very nice channel. You can see that this channel has bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. And these bounces are going to be happening right at the area of 508 and the 13 EMA is at 508.20. So we have 508 massive support over on the S&P 500 from this uptrade channel, and we have 508 top resistance going across the board. Watch for bounce and a bounce and a bounce and a bounce, and most likely we're going to have a bounce right here. So let's just be honest, from the things that I'm saying, am I taking crazy pills? Am I talking randomly? Am I just making things up as I go? Or can we see for the past 2 months straight, every time we've come down to this purple line, we've had a bounce play. Bounce, 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 bounce. I'm going to assume that we're going to have another bounce right here, just like we had top resistance for the last 4 months in a row. Just like when we take a look over on the NVDA, we have always bounced off the 13 EMA. These are just common sense plays. I'm not trying to be Nostradamus and predict the market, and say exactly what's going to happen. I'm just playing what the chart is telling me and what I think makes sense. That's all I want to do. Keep it simple. Simplicity. I don't need to go and do something where you guys don't understand just so it sounds impressive. I don't need to be sitting here and be saying the most wild, outlandish, huge, words with, 5 different, just a ginormous word. You can see what I'm going after here, where it's just going to be huge. I like to bring things down to a very simple level to make sure everyone can follow and everyone can understand. So NVDA and SPY, we are both again looking for pullbacks at the start after the first after the first probably 30 minutes or so. We're going to see how low we are and then look for dip buyers and buyers to start moving ourselves back in on these plays. Now, something that we want to be aware of, is there any sort of news today? Is there any sort of data going on with this day? Well, we could see this week's major U.S. economic reports and Fed speakers on Monday. We have none scheduled. So no news at this time on Monday right here. Now, what else do we want to realize? The biggest day of this week is going to be Thursday. Thursday, we have U.S. retail sales minus autos, producer price index, core PPI year over year, core PPI year over year, initial jobless claims, and we have business inventories. So Thursday, at the time of 8:30, we do have a ton of news. That's going to be the biggest day this week for news. Make sure that you guys are fully aware of it. Now, speaking of hot news and hot plays, what is currently going ballistic at this moment? We currently have Bitcoin going crazy. Bitcoin is at 71,000. Ladies and gentlemen, for all you crypto fans out there, congratulations. You guys are basically beating the mob. You guys are beating all the haters. You guys are coming out on top. So the crypto traders out there, shout out to you for having those diamond hands and holding all the way up towards new record highs. But with that being said, I'm going to be a little pessimistic here for the moment. Bitcoin's moving on up. But I still don't feel the Bitcoin hype the way it was in 2020, 2021. Right? We need the Bitcoin hype to kind of take over again. The Bitcoin hype, the crypto hype. So what am I waiting for? I am watching Bitcoin and crypto like a hawk. I am. But what I'm looking for is that next new crypto technology that we don't know what it is. Like that I'm waiting for that new crypto trend. You guys know how AI is super hot right now in the stock market and everyone's buying anything that has to do with AI. I'm going to make a bet that within the next probably 2 to 3 months, we are going to hear a word that we have never heard before. I'm not talking about some random altcoin. I'm not talking about I'm talking about something that is completely new that we have never heard of. Just like in 2 years ago or 3 years ago when NFTs first came on out. And then people started buying pictures. And then we had metaverse land where people are buying metaverse land in the markets. And even though some things sound extremely dumb and extremely stupid, which a lot of it is, it could easily turn into a trend. I remember when Bored Apes were $4,000 for a picture of a monkey. And I said, who would spend $4,000 for a picture of a monkey? Because of my arrogance. And guess what happens? 6 months later, they were selling for $500,000 to $1 million. What you laugh at, someone else is investing into. So I will never laugh at anything cryptocurrency related. I can guarantee there's going to be some sort of weird trend that will develop within the next 2 to 3 months. And if that's your cup of tea, be ready for it. I would be on Twitter looking for it. I'd be on Reddit waiting for someone to post something, waiting for that new crypto tech to come out. It's probably something we've never heard of, and it's probably going to be the next big hype wave that can be able to make you a lot of money. So even though how dumb it might sound, people will be investing into it. I don't know what it is. I haven't found it just yet, but there is nothing that's really taking over the crypto market just yet at this moment. But Bitcoin is going on up, which is bringing more people there, more excitement there, and I'm sure we're going to see a new trend develop in the near future. Now, other than that, as we do know, traders, we do have a lot of crypto ETFs out there. So if you guys do not want to buy Bitcoin directly, you guys can go ahead and buy GPTC. You guys can buy IBIT. You guys can buy BTCO. You can buy BITB. You can buy BITO. You can buy BITX, and you can buy BITI. Here's a list of all the Bitcoin ETFs out there. And instead of buying Bitcoin directly, you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can just buy GBTC. GBTC is going to have the same exact pattern as IBIT. And IBIT is going to have the same exact pattern as BTCO. And BTCO is going to have the same exact pattern as BITB. And why is that? It's because they're all just following Bitcoin. They're not going, you can't say, oh, what's support, resistance? What do you think BITB is going to, it's just going to all follow Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, these ETFs will do. That's the purpose of them. It allows you to trade Bitcoin without actually trading Bitcoin. So it's very cool and very great for investors if you guys are interested in getting involved in the cryptocurrency world. So make sure you guys go check that out. Let's just get a little bit of a market briefing from our morning newsletter today, and let's get everyone a little bit more prepared on this day. So it says speed bump. The stocks market ripped higher, took a break last week after all three of the major U.S. averages dipped from their lofty highs. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.9% in its worst week since October, while the S&P 500 slid 0.3% and the NASDAQ Composite lost 1.2%. Investors will watch in the days ahead for signals about the Federal Reserve's policy plans as the central bank waits to see the economy cool before it starts cutting interest rates. So traders, for anyone who does not know what has been going on in the market, why is the market starting to turn and why is the market starting to fall here? This was something that I stated last year. The Federal Reserve, the government a lot of the time is not going to be on time. That's the polite way to say it. I'm saying they're not going to be on time with what they state. Also, you could basically say they're blatantly lying with what they say, okay? How can I prove this? You guys have heard me say this before, but who remembers back in 2020 when we started cutting interest rates? We cut interest rates all the way on down to basically nothing. 0, 0, 0. And Jerome Powell said, everyone have a blast. Go ahead and buy those houses you can't afford. Everyone, yep, you want a Ferrari? Go ahead. No interest. You guys are good to go. Yep, good, good, good. And the whole entire market exploded. You guys remember that? We started giving away free money to everyone, and the market boomed like we've never seen. But then Jerome Powell said, hey, while everyone's having fun here, I know you're having fun. All right, we're going to have to cut interest. We're going to have to raise interest rates coming up in 2021, 2022. Just a little heads up. No big deal. Only probably 3 times. He stated that we were going to raise interest rates 3 times, a 0.25%. Ladies and gentlemen, we raised them 0.25%. Then he said, sorry, guys, we actually got to go to 0.5%. Okay, no big deal, 0.5%. Then he said, sorry, guys, we actually got to go to 0.75%. but only 3 times. Then he said, sorry guys, we're actually gonna have to do it 7 times. Then we did 0.75 7 times. Then he said, hey, no more in 2023, don't worry about that. Then we did more in 2023, a 0.50, a 0.25, and then we had 12 interest rates later. Then, obviously, as you guys know, in August of last year, Jerome Powell said, guys, don't worry. I know we had 12 interest rates last time and it was a little bit more than what we expected, but we are going to be cutting rates 6 different times in 2024. And guess what? He's already stating we're not cutting interest rates. This is something that I stated last year that I said we're going to cut interest rates maybe twice. Definitely not 6 times. Definitely not 4 times. I would say maybe we're going to cut interest rates twice this year. That's it. And it's because the market is still at record highs. People are still spending like there's no tomorrow. People are still buying houses that are $700,000 overvalued. People are still taking out auto loans. People are still spending and spending and spending. And Jerome Powell's only job is to control inflation. And the thing is, team, we cannot control inflation if we cut interest rates while the market is at very highs and people are still spending. So he's going to wait until something breaks. And what I mean when something breaks is he's going to wait until the market starts falling and starts using interest rates to try to bring the market on up. This is the best description. This is the best picture I can bring up here, team. So there's a misconception, I will say, that people think that when we cut rates, the market falls into a recession, okay? Because we see this picture right here. And they say when we cut rates, that is when the market always falls into a recession. That people think that when we cut rates, the market's going to spike on up. Oh, guys, we're cutting rates, we're making things less expensive. People are going to start buying even more. But why is it that we can see in 2000 to 2002, we cut rates 13 times and the market fell 51%? And why is it in 2007 to 2008, we cut rates 10 times and the market fell 58%? Well, the thing is, traders, the market is up so high at this moment. We are continuously spiking and climbing and spiking and climbing. The market is up like over 35% in the last 18 months. It's absolutely ridiculous. So once the market does start falling and does start turning and people stop spending, that is when we start using interest rate cuts. So really what are interest rate cuts used for is when we start falling into a recession and we start doing these rate cuts to try to bring it out of that recession. Rate cuts don't cause a drop in the market. It's just whenever we raise rates so high, they hold them there as high as they can for as long as they can until the market starts dipping and falling. And then we use those rate cuts to try to bring the market out of that dip. So the thing is, I can guarantee that if the SPY starts moving up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, we will never have rate cuts. But the thing is, that's not possible. We're not just going to keep up moving up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Eventually, we will get those dumps. Eventually, we will get that pullback. Eventually, we will get that crack. And that's when Jerome Powell will start hitting those rate cuts to start bringing the market back up after some sort of severe drop. So that's the best way that you can actually see that. And remember, everything that I'm saying here, team, this is not me making things up. Everything that I say are facts. You can see the picture. The picture is used to give you an example on how rate cuts work. Not to go ahead and crash the market, but wait until the market starts crashing and use the rate cuts to bring it on up. Until the market starts dumping, we're not going to be seeing any rate cuts whatsoever. Traders, it's 9:25 in this market at this time. We can see that the S&P 500 is getting weaker. We will be looking for a morning drop on the S&P 500 and then a dip buy around 508. We will be watching Nvidia this morning as well and looking for a dip buy at around the 840 mark. We will be watching cryptocurrency and seeing what's going to be happening in the crypto trends over the next few weeks. Then on top of that, we do have a lot of penny stocks, but barely any sort of news on these penny stocks. These are all plays that we are assuming that are going to have very hard spikes and then very hard dumps. Traders, today was the first day of Trader TV, where I will be live for the first 30 minutes every single day across YouTube, social media. And then of course, if you guys want to watch live trading, come on over to TradeCaster.com and we will be live. You guys can click the link in the description and we will be all set, ready to go. Also, last thing I want to be stating here, team, is this Thursday, we are having a clearance sale. So for anyone who does not know what that means, we are coming out with a brand new bootcamp course in the upcoming months. Top of the line, it's costing us over $100,000 to make because we are making it completely like legit, like probably the most high quality bootcamp that you have ever been a part of. So we are getting rid of our old course and we are making it dirt cheap. So we are going to give away our scanners. We are giving away free month of TradeCaster access. We are going to be giving away our old course. We are going to be giving away, what else are we giving away? Our scanners. We're giving away our old course. We're giving away a free month of access. We're giving away the slides to the old course. So if you are a person who is trading on limited funds but really wants to learn, we are going to be wrapping all of this up in a bundle. And on Thursday, we're going to be giving it away to you guys for an extremely cheap price as we're basically clearing out all the old stuff and getting ready to bring in all the new stuff. So this Thursday, be ready for that. And as always, make sure you guys are over on TradeCaster.com and you guys will be all set. TradeCaster members, give me just a minute as I refresh to the live stream to get ready for some live trades. Everyone else across the social media world, thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow over on TradeCaster TV. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys then.